Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। All glories to assembled devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Bhagavati Vasudha Devidasi from Mangalore, India. Please forgive me for stopping all of you from ecstatic chanting. Let us move on to the next part of the session. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name given by Vyasadeva and Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna. Once again, I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move on to the next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May you know who are joining the call today.
हरे कृष्ण भगवती वसुधा माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीति दासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna Preeti Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्णा भगवती वत्सला माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शील प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय। दिस इज श्यामा गौरी देवीदासी फ्रॉम शार्लेट।
Hare Krishna Shama Gauri Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna Vanita Gandarika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Go ahead, Mataji.
Go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh.
Hare Krishna Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Ashambali. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Guru and Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Cincinnati.
Hare Krishna Yashamati Priya Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vatna from Atlanta, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vardhana Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Narakunam. I offer my wishes to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Anand Saha from West Bengal.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you Prabhuji for joining the Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I welcome all of you once again. Thank you everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today, we are really fortunate to have His Grace Sukumar Gaur Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam 7.5.7. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to hand over the call to Tiffany Mataji for the brief introduction. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavad Pranam. Please take over.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Today we have with us His Grace Sukumar Gaur Prabhuji. Prabhuji was born in Maharashtra, India in 1980, and he was brought up in a social background where spirituality was often questioned. He developed a natural taste for inquiry into the mysteries of God's creation. Prabhuji passed College of Engineering in Pune in mechanical engineering in 2003, and he came in touch with the devotees of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness in 2003 and found all of his questions answered in the books of Srila Prabhupada. As a MBA student of finance, he studied Srila Prabhupada's books and became a sincere practitioner. He joined the NC Dex as assistant manager and worked for 3 years. Later, he took on a 2-year brahmachari training course at Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Temple in Mumbai and was initiated into the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnav Sampradaya by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj in 2010. Sukumar Gaur Prabhuji always wanted to share his joy for Krishna consciousness with youth, so he gave up his job and began serving in the youth preaching department. He joined ISKCON Chowpatty as a resident in 2009, and later he was posted at ISKCON Nashik Temple. He is serving as a youth counselor in various colleges in Nashik, and he conducts seminars on personality development topics in educational and corporate sectors. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Welcome to the call. I'm so happy to see you. Is he here yet? Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, Prabhuji is on the call.
Yeah.
Prabhuji is there on the call.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you are on mute.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Please accept
And
my humble
from sorry, I got late.
No problem, Prabhuji. We are on time. Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you, Prabhuji, for this valuable association from you. We can take over the call, Prabhuji. We just finished with the introduction.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
So should we start, Mataji? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, Prabhuji.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे कृष्ण. So welcome all devotees for the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavat, Canto 7, Chapter 5, text number 7. Samyak vidyar Samyak vidyaryatam balo guru grihe dvijatibhi Vishnu pakshe prati channer na vidyetasya dhiryatha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: Hiranyakashipu advised his assistants, "My dear demons, give complete protection to this boy at Gurukul, where he is instructed, so that his intelligence will not be further influenced by Vaishnavas who may go there in disguise." Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In our Krishna consciousness movement, the tactic of dressing oneself like an ordinary karmi is necessary because everyone in the demoniac kingdom is against the Vaishnava teaching. Krishna consciousness is not at all to be the liking of the demons at the present age. As soon as they see a Vaishnava dressed in saffron garments with beads on his neck and tilak on his forehead, they are immediately irritated. They criticize the Vaishnavas by sarcastically saying Hare Krishna, and some people also chant Hare Krishna sincerely. In either case, since Hare Krishna is absolute, whether one chants it jokingly or sincerely, it will have effect. The Vaishnavas are pleased when the demons chant Hare Krishna because this shows that the Hare Krishna movement is taking ground. The greater demons like Hiranyakashipu are always prepared to chastise the Vaishnavas and try to make arrangements so that Vaishnavas will not come to sell their books and preach Krishna consciousness. Thus, what was done by Hiranyakashipu long ago is still being done. That is the way of materialistic life. Demons or materialists do not at all like the advancement of Krishna consciousness. And they try to hinder it in many ways. Yet the preachers of Krishna consciousness must go forward in their Vaishnava dress or any other dress for the purpose of preaching. Chanakya Pandit says that if an honest person deals with a great cheater, it is necessary for him to become a cheater also, not for the purpose of cheating, but to make his preaching successful. Hare Krishna. So we welcome all the devotees for this Srimad Bhagavatam class. Grateful to all of you for allowing me to make some presentation on this topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we are here on this seventh shloka, a very beautiful shloka with a very particular and practical solution given by Srila Prabhupada to deal with all the problems that we face during our preaching endeavors in trying to please Sri Guru and Krishna. So let's try and look into what Srila Prabhupada has given in his purports. So this shloka Samyak Vidyartham. So here he's saying that you completely protect this child. Balaha. Bala is a child who is of a very tender age, 5-6 years old. Balaha. Guru Gehe, and he's studying in his Guru's place, Gurukula. So that he's been instructed by his Guru. Dvijatibi, and who are these? These are the Brahmanas. Just they are twice born. But what is happening there? Vishnu Pakshay. There are some other people who are from the party of Lord Vishnu. Vishnu Paksha. Paksha is party also. Side of Lord Vishnu. Pratichanna. And they are approaching our camps disguised in different dresses. Pratichanna. Na bhidyate. And we have to be very careful that na vidyate, that these kids don't get influenced by their teachings. Asya dhi yatha, their intelligence, these buddhi, that has, we have to make sure that it is not getting influenced by these people who are from the paksha or the party of Lord Vishnu. So just like here Hiranyakashipu is telling his own people that we have to protect our kids so that they don't get influenced by the teachings of the Vishnu Paksha, the party of the of Lord Vishnu. Similarly, even we have to be very careful in our dealings with the people in the outside world. Just like here we see Hiranyakashipu saying, Asya dhi yatha. It may so happen that their buddhi may get affected or influenced. See, Prabhupada uses words which are to the point. The word influence in itself speaks what will happen or what happens when we interact with the world outside or people outside. We tend to get influenced. We tend to think that yes, this is also right, this may also be right, I may be able to do this, or I should be doing this. We already are on the path, and due to lack of experience we may get influenced and start following that path. So the Shastra, we see that there are three pramanas. Praman means there are three ways in which we can verify what we are doing. So we have Pratyaksha Praman, we have Anuman Praman, we have Shabda Praman, and amongst the three, we say that the Shabda Praman is the topmost, and which indeed is is at the top. But there is a better pramana than the Shabda Pramana, and that is Anubhava Pramana. Once you get the anubhav that yes, what Krishna is saying is absolute, then there is no turning back and there is no getting influenced. So what we all are looking here in this process of Krishna consciousness is that anubhav, because anubhav makes such deep impression on the mind that uh, every time the person becomes very careful when it comes to dealing with the outside world. So we should be having more and more experiences in our Krishna consciousness. That is what we are here for. And the more experiences we have, the more anubhav we have of the material world, of the spiritual life, then there is very less chance that we will get influenced by the outside world. Otherwise, there is a better chance that we may start thinking that there is some sort of happiness in the world outside, and maybe this Krishna consciousness doesn't afford or doesn't give me the facility to have that kind of enjoyment. So Anubhav becomes the topmost Praman, and that is what we should be looking for every day in our practice of Krishna consciousness. And that kind of Anubhav, that kind of experience, that which will enhance our faith in Guru, Hari, Guru, and Vaishnavas, that is what we should be looking here every day. So here Hiranyakashipu is instructing his assistant. So this Bhagavatam class, every day different speakers come, and they also advise us that please take the Srimad Bhagavatam class very seriously, irrespective of who the speaker is, because it is not about speaker, but it is about Lord Krishna that he will be speaking. He may be a charismatic speaker, he may not be a charismatic speaker, he may be well versed, or he may have limited knowledge which he has heard from his spiritual master, but ultimately he's going to speak about Lord Krishna, and that's the purpose of we all coming together to hear about Lord Krishna. So Hiranyakashipu is advising his assistant that be careful that these kids don't get influenced by the Vaishnavas who may come here in disguise. And Prabhupada is very elaborately speaking on the dressing sense and the dressing and the effect the dressing has on the people around. So initially, when we were in college, we also used to feel that why we should wear dhoti kurta. It is okay that we wear our normal dresses, and that's also okay. But we should also be proud of our own culture, our own Vedic culture, because it also has a mark, it also affects the people whom we interact with. And Prabhupada here is quoting on the point number two, that is, just like Prabhupada is speaking on dressing, Prabhupada is also speaking on dealings with the outside world. And he's quoting Chanakya Pandit, where he quotes that honest person, when he deals with a cheater, when a devotee deals with a cheater, he also can become a cheater, or he should become a cheater, not every time, but in dealing with a cheater, because that's how they understand, that is the language they understand. Okay, so the purpose is not cheating, the purpose is preaching, so that we can reach many people with the message of Lord Krishna. So it is okay if we cheat the world outside, because most of the times what happen is when we do something which doesn't fit the protocol of being a devotee, just like here Prabhupada is speaking of cheating, immediately the world outside will start saying, oh, you are a devotee, you should not behave like this, and how can you do like this, you shouldn't be supposed to be doing like this. That time we should not at all feel concerned, okay? Because who is this person who is telling you that you should be speaking the truth? These are the people of Karna category. What is Karna category? They can cheat the entire world. It is okay. But if somebody is cheating other person for a higher purpose, immediately they will start bringing about all the things that the dharma is speaking. Okay. But when it comes to his personal agenda, then it is okay. Even he can break the dharma. But when it comes to somebody else, then he'll start speaking about dharma. Oh, you are followers of dharma. How can you do that? Sir, we can do that. And that is absolutely allowed in times of emergency or for a greater purpose. So when we are dealing with karna like people, we should absolutely not bother. Why we should not bother? Because our agenda is not cheating. Prabhupada is writing here. The purpose is not cheating. The purpose is preaching. It is for a larger good of the society. So whenever we find people across like this, absolutely don't bother. Don't take it very seriously. What we have to take seriously is the purpose for which we are doing. If it is a personal purpose, then we should take it as warning from Krishna. If it is for Krishna, then we need not bother at all, because Prabhupada himself is mentioning this here in this spot. So let's take a small recap of what has happened till now. So this is chapter number 5, Prahlad Maharaj. And here Prahlad is asked by his father about his education. And what will happen is Prahlad will start glorifying Krishna as it is taught by his guru Narad Muni. And as a result of that, we'll find in this chapter, in the upcoming shlokas, his father is enraged and his father will attack him with elephants and other calamities. But in spite of all these difficulties, he'll remain safe. So Narada begins to explain how Prahlad Bhakti was the cause of hatred in the mind of his father. His attraction to Lord Vishnu was the cause because of which Hiranyakashipu had hatred towards Prahlad over a period of time. And it will be explained how Prahlad is now going to his teacher's place, his Gurukul, to learn from Shandana Marka. So, Shloka number 1, we see that Hiranyakashipu accepts Shukracharya as his Purohita. Purohita. Pura is a town. Pura also means body. Okay, there are three, four meanings for this word pura. So a person who does hit, benefit to the person or to the village or to the town or to the city or to a family is called as a purohit. Okay, now what are the qualities of this purohit? Shloka number 1 makes it very clear. This purohit is Bhagavan. The word that is used for Shukracharya is Bhagavan. Bhagavan proper translates the most powerful, and indeed Shukracharya is very powerful. He has the Mrita Sanjeevani Vidya. He can bring back to life any dead person. He's that powerful. Yes, he does that. And he uses it for the benefit of the Asuras. Killer, Bhagavan killer. It is not said only Bhagavan killer. Indeed, he is Bhagavan. Indeed, he is powerful. There is no doubt in this. And Prabhupada makes a very beautiful point in his purports. He says that Shukracharya became the Purohit. In short, he also became the mentor or coach of the Asura dynasty. So he's become the coach, the mentor, the guru. But he himself is a theist. He's a astic. Astic means asti. Yes, God is present. He does believe. That is why he's astic. He's believer of God. He's believer of Lord Vishnu. And he is also follower of Vedas, because whatever he prescribes is from the Vedas. Whatever rituals he's doing is from the Vedas. There is no doubt in this. But on the contrary, who are the people who are following him? Prabhupada writes his disciples are atheists, nastika, no asti. God is not present. They are followers of this philosophy. They don't believe. And even if they think that there is Vishnu, they are absolutely envious of Lord Vishnu. So this is a huge contradiction between the leader and the follower. So this in itself shows that you believe in something, but your followers don't believe in something, means your agenda to compromise is something very different. It's not a very high purpose. And Prabhupada mentions this, that the guru is theist, the disciples are atheists. So why has a theist become the leader or guru or mentor of atheists? Is simply because for monetary benefit. He is compromising the philosophy in which he believes simply for some material benefits. That is what Prabhupada mentions in his purport. It's not that he's great liking to be with them, but he surely has great liking for opulence, for name, for fame, for followers. That is what Shukracharya is all about. And we have to understand that this Shukracharya mentality does exist in all of us in some way or the other, in some part or the other. And Prabhupada is quoting this shloka, 7.15 Bhagavad Gita. Namam dushkritino muda prapadyante naradama maya apartagyana asuram bhavam ashrita. There are four people who will never bow down to God, or who will never come to God, or who, even if they come, they will not stay with God. Who are these? Muda, sense enjoyers. Nar adhama. They practice spiritual life, but they think it's very boring. So let's leave and go back to our routine life. So they get the chance to practice, but they won't practice. Maya aparita jnana. They have knowledge about the Vedas, but it gets covered by the illusory energy. So they don't follow the path. And there are asuram bhavam ashrita. There are non-believers, not only non-believers, and they think that if some God exists, they're envious about that God. They don't like somebody whom they have to follow. For them, God is something whom they have to follow, where he is the dictator and we are the followers. That is what concept. And they're absolutely envious about this. Asurim bhavam ashrita. Their bhav is asuri. They are non-believers. So of this four, the asurim bhavam ashrita, they are negatively disposed towards Lord Vishnu, and also those who follow Lord Vishnu. So, so Shukracharya is staying with these people who are negatively disposed. He is inclined to Vishnu, but they are negatively disposed to Lord Vishnu. Why? Because for him, Vishnu, for more important than Vishnu is that name, fame, prestige, money, and everything that comes by having such kind of followers. Followers are absolutely not interested in Vishnu. But the teacher is inclined to Vishnu and he has to be with them. Why? Because for him, something else is more important than Lord Vishnu. This is what Prabhupada mentions in first point, in first shloka. Second shloka, Prahlad is sent to a school where Shanda and Amarka are the teachers, and Prahlad is being trained with the other demons and their kids. The point here, very beautiful point that Prabhupada mentions, and which we have to always take into consideration when we deal with somebody, may it be kids, may it be newcomers, may it be some senior devotee. See, point is when we don't understand the basic principles, that is where problems start. Now here, Prabhupada mentions it very beautifully, makes it very clear what is happening here. Prahlad was sent to a school where the kids of the demons are getting trained. But the point is, Prahlad has already learned something about bhakti from his guru. So he already has a preconceived notion of life. He already has a preconceived or pre-understanding of what life is meant for. He already has it very rigidly rooted because he was not there with Narad Muni for a day or two. He was there for years together when he was in the womb of his mother. So it had been deeply rooted now. And the more deeply something is rooted, it becomes very difficult for us to give it up. Okay. Now Prahlad and Shukracharya. Look, Shukracharya understand Vishnu, but he can't follow Vishnu. Prahlad loves Vishnu, he wants to follow Vishnu, but he has no facility to follow Vishnu. That's what the drastic contradiction is. But Prahlad says, no matter what happens, I will follow Vishnu, even if I have to fight with my own father. In verbal terms, not physically. Okay. So Prahlad has already learned, and he is going to a place where he will be trained in something that is absolutely opposite to what he has learned. And that is why Prahlad cannot invest his thinking, feeling, willing. Similarly, when you find somebody who is not ready to take up to Krishna consciousness, it only and only means that he is rooted somewhere. He has already committed somewhere else. Most of the parents at times they complain, my kid doesn't listen to me, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. Sir, he has been rooted in something else. Find out that. Just like there's a simple story that has been told. There was a boy, he goes to a school, and the teacher is teaching him maths. So the teacher tells 2 plus 2 is 4. Then all the students repeat 2 plus 2 is 4. So the teacher gives them an example: 2 apples plus 2 apples. How many apples, Raju? Then he says 4 apples, madam. Very good. Now let me check it again. 2 mangoes plus 2 mangoes. How much is that, Raju? He says 5 mangoes. Teacher says maybe he doesn't like mangoes. Okay, let me check it again. She say 2 apples plus 2 apples. 4, correct. So how much? 2 mangoes per 2 mangoes? He says 5. Teacher says, how come 5? It should be 4. Then the kid says, madam, there is one mango that is given to me by my mother and it is in the bag. That is why it becomes 5. It is happening with each one of us. We all have our hidden mangoes. Till the time that hidden mango is not exposed, we will not be able to put things in place. Let's try and deal with the hidden mango. That is what is shown here. Prahlad already had that hidden mango of bhakti, which was he was not able to fit in the equation of 2 plus 2 equals 4. For it was something else. Why? Because that was hidden, which Chanda and Amarka couldn't see. It was later revealed to them, but by then initially they couldn't see. Why? Because Prahlad has already learned. We already have our hidden mangoes, maybe from past life, maybe before our pre-bhakti days. We all have that mango, and we have to deal with that hidden mango first. Prahlad was trained in the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. What was he trained into? That we all belong to Krishna. We are part and parcel of Krishna. Everybody is dear to Krishna. Nobody is option. Everybody Krishna loves. An exact opposite was taught to Prahlad in his school. In his school, he was trained in the philosophy of Swa and Para, friend and enemy. He didn't like it because that hidden mango. He was not able to fit in that understanding, that hidden mango of there is nothing called as Swa and Para. Everything belongs to Krishna. Everything is Krishna's. But since it was his father's order, he was somehow trying to follow it. And this is the story of each one of us. Let me share you one story which I heard recently. Once a lioness was going along with the cubs, and 2 3 cubs she had, and all the cubs were playing, and all of a sudden the mother starts walking, and the two of the brothers, they start walking with the mother, but this guy, one of them, is now engaged in playing with something, and he forgets to follow his mother. By then the mother has left, and after a while he realizes, he starts running here and there trying to find his mother, but he doesn't find his mother. Now he's lost there, and he's trying to search. Somehow, a sheep sees this cub, a small cub, lion cub, and she feels very pity because looking so pretty, furry. So this sheep, she says, "Okay, don't worry, I'll take care of you." So she takes this lion cub with her, and this lion cub, he starts staying with the other sheep. Uh, and he starts growing up there. Sometimes he drinks milk from that sheep also, so it's getting some energy to survive. And over a period of time, what happens is, this cub, he starts behaving like that sheep. His body is growing, but he's also being with them, starts behaving like them, is getting influenced because of the association there. The problem is now how long that sheep will give milk. After some time it has to stop. So she tells the cub, start eating grass. Now, for the lion cub or the lion kid, it's very difficult to eat that grass because the setting is not there. He's forced. Somehow he has to fit in that culture. So he starts eating somehow, something, but doesn't. So his mother says, oh, he's not able to eat. Maybe he needs to get trained. So she gets him admitted in a school. Okay. Now, this is a very famous school in the town. Big This is accredited school, 5-star rating for sheeps. Cub is admitted there. But this cub, the teachers teaches him how to eat grass. So many techniques, so many things. Do this, do that. But he eats very meager because it's not his nature. Every day the teacher is frustrated, irritated. This is useless. So one day this teacher calls the mother. She says, "Your kid is useless. He's good for nothing. He doesn't fit in our school. So better you transfer him to some other school." Mother feels very bad. After all, she's a mother. So she says, "No, no, keep him. I'll put him for extra tuitions." So mother, apart from the school, sends the lion cub to extra tuition. Extra tuition for what? Start learning to eat grass, Baba. It is life surviving. How can you not eat grass? There also he does perform very miserable. So the tuition teacher says he is good for nothing. You better throw him out here. He is good for nothing. He can't eat grass. I can't teach him. He's beyond me. And when he sees he's being mocked by all the schoolmates, also by his own siblings, you can't eat grass, you can't eat grass. So this lion cub feels very bad. He's so morose, he's so nervous, he's so stressed out that I don't fit in this. I am good for nothing. My life is useless and I can't perform here. So it's better I die. So he thinks, let me die. Let me give up my life. Okay, how do you give up your life? There's a lake nearby. He says, I'll jump in that and die. Okay, now he goes there and he is very close to the lake. At that same moment, uh, what happens is there is another lion that comes there and he shouts loudly and he sees that behind him all his siblings are running. So don't commit suicide, don't commit suicide, don't go. But this lion comes says, I'm useless, I've done nothing, I can't perform, I'm good for nothing. So they're following, he's going ahead, and the lion comes and he shouts loudly, roars loudly. And as soon as he roars loudly, now this lion cub has heard roaring for first time in life. So immediately his siblings who are behind, the kids of the sheep, they run away because they know if we go there, we are dead. They run away. And this lion cub, also starts running. And the lion is so shocked. Why are you running? You are a lion. So he starts and he catches him. He says, why you are running? He says, don't kill me, don't kill me. Why? I am a sheep, I am a sheep. This lion is shocked. What? You're a sheep. He slaps him tightly. He says, why did you beat? He says, foolish, you are a lion, not a sheep. He doesn't believe that he is a sheep. He's a lion. So this lion says, you are a lion, you are a powerful entity. You can rule the entire forest. So he catches hold of him in his teeth, in his mouth, and grabs and drags to the lake. And for the first time, he gets him to the lake, and in the lake, he sees his own face. And when he sees his own face, he say, if he feels my face matches with the lion, it's not matching with my siblings. First time in his life, he experiences that he is a lion. He has the capacity to rule the entire jungle. Unfortunately, because of the association, he was so thoroughly convinced that I am not a lion, I am a sheep. He was trying the extra tuition, the extra classes, the extra coaching, the best of the school. He was trying to fit in. Same thing with Prahlad, same thing with us. We are trying to fit in here. We don't belong to this place. We fit in here. Someday that guru has to give tight slap. Foolish, you don't belong here. You belong to Krishna. You are not the part of this material world. You are part of Krishna Lok. Yes, to push, yes, to drag, it pains because that attachment is so strong. But for the first time, when that Anubhav Praman, oh, I am a soul, I am different from this body is useless material thing, and I just have this as a covering, that Anubhav speaks so boldly. Then he's convinced that no more thinking himself of sheep. I am a lion, starts roaring for the first time in life. We need that. That's our need. We need guru. We need devotees. We need books to tell us again and again that we don't belong here. We are from somewhere else. But the point is, we every time start trying to keep fitting in, fitting in, fitting in. There's one devotee couple here, and they have not devotee, they're well wishers. But the mother is she chants regularly. Father doesn't chant, and they have a daughter. Mm, so this daughter, lockdown, she got connected to devotees and she learned the entire Gita, 18 chapters. And she got so thoroughly convinced that what she was doing is absolutely all stupid. So she stopped eating non-veg, she stopped eating onion, garlic, tea, coffee, nothing, everything over now. She said, I won't be eating. Henceforth, she's told her mother. Mother thought maybe in some days she'll start eating, but it's now 3 years she hasn't touched. So her father, one day, now she studies not here but to some other place, some other state she studies. So there they have a temple, Lord Krishna's temple in their campus. So this father, one day he called his daughter, where are you? She said, I am in temple. So he was shocked. He said, what are you doing there? She said, I've completed my college and I am making garlands for Lord Krishna here. So he said, okay, ठीक है. He kept the phone. He immediately called his mother. Now this mother is sharing this thing. So he called his mother and said, hey, look at that girl. Keep a watch on her. She is absolutely abnormal. Why doesn't she behave like other normal kids? Why can't she be normal? This is the father's worry. That the girl is chanting 16 round, she is doing her studies, and along with that she is making garlands for Lord Krishna every day, every evening she is visiting temple. His concern is be normal, be like the world outside, go to pub, go to disco. This girl was saying, I can't fit in there anymore. My father forces me to be normal like them, but I can't because my concepts are now so clear. She has that philosophical clarity, that perspectives are very clear. So first thing that we have to do in Prabhupada purports is get the right perspective, make it very clear, or else life will be a mess. This is the very point that Shastras say. Sense enjoyment plus bhakti can't go together because it is like Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad coming together. They can't be together because it is based on different understanding, different philosophies. Difference in Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad is they have different approaches to life. They are trained in different understandings. They can't be one. They can't stay together. So that choice has to be made by us. Is it Prahlad or is it Hiranyakashipu? Is it Prahlad's lifestyle or philosophy or is it Hiranyakashipu's life and philosophy? So now look at what will happen. Okay. Now till that here. Now 4 to 10, Prahlad will tell his approach to Hiranyakashipu. How? By instructing Hiranyakashipu in philosophy of bhakti. He says, look what my approach is to life. Father, you look what I have learned. Fourth, he is saying that my approach, his way of presentation. Look at that. Now, see, fourth shloka Prabhupada makes it so clear. The relationship father and son shares is absolutely beautiful. Very beautiful. Hiranyakashipu loved his son so much. How do you understand? Prabhupada writes this. Prabhupada writes, he was so thoughtful about his son. How much thoughtful was he? He thought my child is 5 years old. How can I ask him deep questions? He must have a very small understanding. If I ask him top level questions, he may get confused of the difficult subject matters. Hiranyakashipu is saying in the fourth shloka, see Prahlad, what you can speak, whatever you have understood, whatever you have studied, 1 plus 1, 2, A for apple, B for bat, C for cat, and at the end D for donkey. Everybody of us is being made like that. Okay. So you speak whatever you have understood. Now look what Prahlad replies. Shloka number 5. Prahlad says to his father, give up your family life, go to forest and take shelter of Lord Krishna. Now it is horrifying. How can you speak like this? Why did Prahlad speak this to the most attached person of the entire creation. You should have spoken something else. You should have spoken which wouldn't have increased these problems. No. Understand Prabhupada's purport. Prahlad Maharaj, this is Prabhupada writing. Prabhupada is saying Prahlad Maharaj knew the best of the knowledge. And when his father inquired from him, Prahlad gave him the best knowledge. And with the best knowledge, Prabhupada is writing, he was able to solve the most difficult part of the problem. Now, what is the most difficult problem for Hiranyakashipu? His problem is he is too attached, and that is what exactly he is speaking in Shloka number 5. He knew what he is speaking. He was very well aware of what he is speaking. So Srila Prabhupada is saying, Prahlad is very well aware what he was doing. He was thinking that if my father doesn't renounce the world now, he'll never be able to do it. This is the right time. So was it only Prahlad? No. That was backed up by the Paramatma. Now you may say, how do you understand it was backed up by Paramatma? Look at what Prabhupada is quoting in in the shloka number 5 purport. Prabhupada is quoting from Bhagavad Gita 10.10. Prabhupada quotes it very often. तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम अहम अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयामि आत्मभावस्तो ज्ञान दीपेन भास्वत. Tesham evanukampartham, out of compassion. Prahlad is speaking out of compassion, inspired by the Paramatma. So that is direct compassion of whom? Paramatma. Aham ajnanajam tama. The ajnan in the mind of not Prahlad but Hiranyakashipu will be removed. Nashayami atma bhavastho. I am sitting within, and from within I light up the torch of Jnana Deep, the lamp of knowledge. And that is how Hiranyakashipu will be saved from the dangers in coming times. Krishna, who is situated in the core of everyone's heart as super soul, dissipates the ignorance in the heart. Here, Prabhupada wants to tell us that it is Krishna's concern for his devotee Hiranyakashipu. Special favor is been given to him by enlightening, trying to enlighten. Okay, maybe he'll change. Okay, maybe he'll change. Let me give a try. Let me give a try. Let the real knowledge come before him. So we have to see. So what happens is we are trained to see in limited perspective. Prahlad should have done this or he should not have done this. No, Prabhupada is seeing what we cannot see. That is an acharya. That is an empowered acharya. He can see what we cannot see. The mind of Prahlad. Prabhupada is reading what is happening in Prahlad's mind. We may not be able to see Krishna's role here, but Prabhupada sees Krishna's role here. Prahlad was inspired by the Paramatma. It's his time to understand the reality of life. That is why he speaks very boldly. And even if his hurt never matters, he has to understand the reality. And Prahlad must also have thought, what if he feels hurt? Lord Narasimhadev. Lord Narasimhadev is saying, don't worry, I will protect you in all conditions. You speak because I am also concerned about him. Let him give a try. The try is given. So Prahlad speaks it everything boldly. This is how Lord and the pure devotee work together to deliver not one, not two, many souls. Give them a try. Give them a try. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. What love the Lord has is unexplainable. He knows it won't work. Still give a try. Why? Concern. Maybe he'll change. Maybe he'll turn to me. So Lord is making plans for Hiranyakashipu and we feel Lord is only making plans for pure devotees. Sir, sorry. More concern is not for pure devotees. More concern is for the ordinary living entity who's trying. And there are 4 reasons. This is 7.18. Udara sarva evete. That shloka in Gita. 4 reasons are given. Why devotee or why a sadhaka is called Udar? Udar means large-hearted. Why large-hearted? First thing he is saying, see, there are n number of temptations and material enjoyments outside. This guy who is able to see that enjoyment, has given up that enjoyment, and he has come to me, who is unseen. Sir, you're great, you're large-hearted. Krishna is saying this, 4 reasons. Udara sarva evaite. You are large-hearted. You came to me. You are not able to see me. You are not able to perceive me. Still, you are giving up material enjoyment. For whose sake? For my sake. Can you imagine the best of the things are been given up by devotees? Why? No, I want Krishna now. No, enough of all this. I am. That in itself is so pleasing. For his sake, we are giving up something. Krishna says, second thing, he could have gone to any other person. He came to me. Krishna never sees the purpose. He may at times see the purpose, but Krishna's focus is what he came to me. Krishna is dancing. He came to me, he came to me, he came to me. He could have gone to n number of demigods. He could have gone to n numbers of other people. He came to me. Udar, large-hearted person. Krishna is so happy. So Krishna is planning for everybody, not only Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad. He will give time to time hints to all people. Do this now, they do this. This is better. This is. I was hearing one story from His Holiness Haldar Swami Maharaj. He was narrating when did Rup Goswami decide that he doesn't want to work for Nawab Hussain Shah. One day there was a war going on and Nawab Hussain Shah was at war. So he needed the guidance of Srila Rup Goswami. So he sends a letter to Rup Goswami, who is there at his native place, and he says, immediately rush to this place. I need you urgently. At this moment, I want you here. Rup Goswami reads that letter, and Rup Goswami and the king has sent palanquin for Rup Goswami. Fetch him here, get him back immediately. And it's dead of night now. It's almost like 12 o'clock and late. And these people come and they say, the king has called you, come. Guru say, oh, I'm the prime minister, so I have to rush. The king is asking for my help. So immediately he takes on his clothes or whatever things he has to take. He takes palanquin is set and that day it is raining so heavily, so heavily. The river is flooded. And Rup Goswami in the palanquin with the soldiers is moving at the dead of the night. Nobody around, only these soldiers and Rup Goswami in the palanquin. They are crossing the village, and as they are passing through the village, one couple who is awake at night, the husband sees that it's raining so badly. Who is this person who is going in such heavy rains? He's asking his wife, who is this person going at the dead of night in such heavy rains? You could have waited for the morning. The wife replies, the wife says, he must be either a slave, he must be a thief, or he must be a dog. He must be a slave, or he must be a thief, or he must be a dog. And this is heard by Rup Goswami. And when Rup Goswami hears this, he feels so bad. He says, yes, in his mind, he says, yes, I'm all three. I'm a slave working day and night for the king without getting anything, which I like. I'm a thief. Krishna gave me this human form and I'm using it for a wrong purpose, for a wrong person. And I'm a dog. I'm completely dependent on this Nawab. I can't move around without him. That is where he decides, yes, this is the message from the Lord and I will resign. That is where he decides that no more doing anything, leave the job. Krishna plans for everybody. Krishna gives signal. Things is we are not able to receive them. So Srila Prabhupada is saying, Shri Prahlad had complete knowledge, means he knew what is valuable in life and what is not. Whole life we run behind what? Abilities, facilities, identities, considering it so meaningful in life. And that is why the mind is full of anxieties. This is what Prahlad Maharaj is saying. Sada samudvigna dhyama satgrahat. Hitvatma papam. Give up this deep well of self-degrading materialistic life. That is what we have to get trained. But it is necessary that we give up now. Was it necessary that he should have told this to Hiranyakashipu, you give it up now? Because when you find out one day that everything is taken away from you, the pain is super bad. For enlightenment, we don't need anything material or artificial. What we need is somebody who can repeatedly tell the truth. At night, at times, we need to be harsh to bring the person to the right track. And that is what Guru does. Prahlad Maharaj is that Guru who does that thankless task of being harsh at times so that we don't lose that track. We can never pay for that person who has brought us on track time and again. That counselor, that Pathapradarshak Guru, that Diksha Guru, that Shiksha Guru, who's every time behind us, do this. We can never pay him. That's a thankless task. I'll tell you one story. This is Bill Gates telling his story. Bill Gates was sharing this. He says that before he became the world famous Bill Gates, the billionaire, he was traveling from an airport to somewhere he had to go. He had a flight. He was waiting for the flight. So he thought maybe I should read paper and get more knowledge of what's happening in the market. So he went to the newspaper vendor and he asked the newspaper vendor, I need paper. So he said, take the paper. So he took the paper and he searched his pocket for some money, but he found out that he had no money at that time. So the vendor is looking at him, he's looking at the vendor. So the vendor said, okay, you take it as a gift from me. No need to pay, you take that. So he took that paper. After some time again, after a year or so, he was on the same airport. He felt that I should read newspaper. He again went to the same newspaper vendor. Again, same thing happened. He took the paper, he didn't have money. The vendor said, it's okay, no problem, I'll pay for you. That time, Bill Gates was not Bill Gates. He was an ordinary person, a general person like others. Over a period of time, he became the billionaire and Microsoft became a huge hit. And after few years, he was traveling from the same airport. So he thought, let me go and thank that person and let me pay him something, some gift by which I can say him, thank you that you did something for me. So he goes to the newspaper vendor and that same person is there. And he says the vendor, let me repay you for what you have done for me. And the vendor gave a very amazing reply. The vendor said, sir, you can never repay me. Bill Gates was shocked. He said, why? I have so much money. I can give you anything you want. The vendor says, sir, I didn't wait for the time to be wealthy. And when wealth would come, I would be charitable. So he said, I didn't wait to be wealthy to be charitable. I always believed in the spirit of giving. I so firmly believed in it that just by having the spirit of giving, everything will come to me. He said, you can never repay me because I didn't wait to be wealthy to be charitable. Similarly, our gurus never wait for the right time, that this will the time when I'll give him that instruction and he'll become a pure devotee. No, he is always charitable. He is always giving instructions, do this, love Krishna, serve Krishna. He doesn't want anything because he is that wealthy that he keeps giving. His spirit of giving is so high. Just see the life of His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj. See the life of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. What age, what body, what form. They are not worried about anything. Just giving, giving, giving. Why? Because that Siddhantic clarity is so much that it comes out so easily from. But the point is, we don't have the clarity they have. We don't have the clarity that they have. Sometimes we feel that Shastra speaks very contradictory and we may get confused. Is this the right or is that the right thing? Just like in Canto 5, Rishabdev teaching his son. Rishabdev is teaching Nunam Pramatte Krute Vikarma Yad Indriya Pritaya Pranoti Nasadu Manye Yatatmanoyam Asannapi Kleshada Asadeha. This deha is Kleshada. It only gives da. Da is giving. It only gives Klesh, misery. Exact contrary is given here. Prahlad Maharaj teaching his friends. Kaumaram Acharit Pragyo Dharman Bhagavata Durlabam Manushadam Deha Tadapi Adhruvam Arthadam. He's saying, it is Arthadam, it is not Kleshada, it is Arthada. It is most valuable. How can you, these two things be different? Kleshada and Arthada. Material world is Sukhalaya or Dukhalaya. Chapter 8 says, Dukhalaya Mashashvatam. Prabodhananda Saraswati is saying, Vishwam Purna Sukhayate. This is a happy place. May feel family life good or bad. Here Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Hitvatma Papam, Grihavanda Kupam. This is a dark well, get out. But 4:30:19, Griheshu Avisatam Chapi Pumsam Kushal Karmanam Madvyartha Madvarta Yatha Yamam Na Bandaya Grahamati. This Graha is not Bandhan. Who said Graha is Bandhan? Huh? He's saying the place where Madvarta, my stories are happening. My pastimes are constantly chanted. Na bandaya grahamata. Where is that bandhan in that house? There is no bandhan. Now, which one you will take? Which one you will take? Grahanda kupam or madvarta yatayamam na bandaya grahamati mata. It depends upon the vision that you have in application. See, there is material world of forest, of sense enjoyment also. It is also one. That is also forest. But that forest gives me pain. Why? Because I want to enjoy. But that same vana, vanam gato yat, that same vana becomes Vrindavan if everything is used for what? For pleasure of Krishna. What is the perspective you have? We started with what? That hidden mango. The perspective that each one of us carry, that perspective is what will make the difference when we interact in this world. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this very, very wonderful class, insightful class. It gives a lot of understanding that how Lord Krishna is very compassionate and so much concern about each and every one. And than us, more eager he is to help us and take us back. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I request Anita Mata, you can ask your question.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. What very wonderful class with all the stories. So you always, I really like your classes because you make it's easy to understand with all your stories. So and especially in today's class was this girl who you said that she wanted to do bhakti, but their parents got bewildered. So was it the mother also got bewildered or only the father got bewildered?
No, mother is very convinced because what happened during the COVID sessions, her mother also used to attend the sessions because she was worried, who is my daughter listening to? Because that daughter used to close the door and she used to hear. So her father told her that check out, maybe he's some Bondu person or some unknown person. Maybe my daughter may get carried away. So mother used to sit behind and hear the classes. So when she started hearing, she also got clarity. But since father works in different place, so he wasn't there to hear. But now he comes for other sessions, so he's also getting trained.
Very,
Mother
very
is kind.
wonderful project. Actually, I got inspired of them because that is a reality actually, right? So that's what happening. Reality. When we say we tell our children to do bhakti, but the family members they say, "What? Why you want to do? Why you wanting them to do? Let them do.
Everybody
Let
has
them
their
study
hidden
now."
mango.
Yeah. So I was just able to correlate with that story which you told about this girl. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, and also saying about the importance of Guru Maharajas. I really liked that Guru Maharajas are so important. They don't expect anything. Through Bill Gates' story related it. So it's just their unconditional love, like how Krishna is giving us the same way they are also giving us. But we are not able to understand. Not me. I can say myself. So I'm not able to understand. So just keep me in your prayers, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for that question. And there are some questions from the chat I would like to read, Prabhuji. Radha Jyoti Mataji is asking, when we all have clarity in philosophy, so when we will have that all full clarity in philosophy, that is her question. And what happens when hearing? Realization means some work is done. So when the realizations on philosophy happens, what happens? She wants to know that.
See, clarity in philosophy means siddhanta, the principles on which life works. Spiritual life and material life, they have certain principles. Just like in nature, we have law of gravity. When you throw something up, it comes down. Similarly, we have certain laws which govern our spiritual life and our material life. So when we hear from different speakers, we get different approaches to see that same principle, how it can be applied in different time, place, and circumstances. So when we hear, we are able to understand that one principle more and more deeply. And when you apply that in different time, place, circumstances, Krishna will provide you different realizations also. Okay, it can work this way also. Okay, it can work this way also. This is also right. So spiritual life will take you beyond right and wrong. That will help you to not judge people. Because at times, just like we had that story of the small boy, he had his own mango. So that we will be able to see very clearly where is that hidden mango. And when we see the hidden mango, we don't judge people. Rather, we become more compassionate, we become more adjusting, we become more concerned. Okay, so philosophy will make a life here also more comfortable, and it will give us the inspiration to get out of this material world at the same time. So that is what philosophical clarity will help you in.
Thank you so much for this. Yeah. About the way it helps.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can I ask one more?
Sure, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sorry,
Yes, ma'am.
I just came in. So, Prabhuji, how to understand Krishna, Prabhuji? So that was my question. So we are reading scriptures and we are listening to classes, but still, I just want to have the clear perspective, like how we can understand God.
Okay. We can understand God. There is nothing like we can't. And that domain belongs to Srimati Radharani. If you read the commentary to first shloka, first chapter Bhagavat, first canto 111, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he mentions this point when it comes to the word Swarat. He gives explanation to the word Swarat by saying that just like Krishna is Swarat, Radharani is also Swarat. How she is Swarat? Because she is the sole controller of service to Krishna. She is the sole controller of understanding Krishna. So it is only through the agency of Srimati Radharani or her assistants or her people can we understand Krishna. Understanding Krishna means understanding what Krishna desires at a particular given point of time. So that is what. But that happens only when we have this aspect of loyalty to Guru. See, Radharani is overprotective and oversensitive about Krishna. She will never allow any person to just come and interact with Krishna until and unless it's Krishna's own desire to do so. Radharani being very protective, she makes it very clear that if somebody has to come close to Krishna, it has to be through the agency of Guru, who are her own people. So loyalty to Guru or gratitude to Guru is directly taken as gratitude and loyalty to Krishna. So if you want to understand Krishna's mind, what Krishna desires, it is only through service of service to Vaishnavas and Guru. Being loyal to Guru can give you all those things which you desire in your spiritual life.
Okay. So thank you so much, Prabhu. So only by serving Tatvidi Pranipadayana, right? So we have to serve the Guru and also serve the Vaishnavas. So only through that we can approach Krishna. So
Yes.
yeah, thank you.
And
Thank you, Prabhu.
there is one story
And what
which
if
comes.
yeah, sorry.
There is a story about Nabha Goswami. He is the writer of the book where till date all those saints who have taken birth here in India, he has given biography of every saint that has happened till date. So his guru, when he pleased his guru by service, his guru gave him the blessing that the saints you have seen in the past and the saints who will be in the future, you will be able to see and understand every one of their mind, and you can write about them. Just by service to Guru, he was able to do about every saint. I forget the name of the book. Very famous book in India. There are so many saptas happening on this book because Nabha Goswami was blessed by his Guru. So that is the power of having blessings of Guru. You can achieve anything, everything. Same point Prabhupada mentions in Indra's pastime when Indra offends Brahaspati. Demons offended their Guru. They again started worshipping their Guru. They had lost everything. They got more than what they could achieve by their own strength. So Guru is the only person for us. So look, the speciality of our parampara. We chant glories of not Krishna before Krishna. We chant glories of Guru before Krishna. So Krishna has to become a sadhak, a devotee in this parampara to understand the mood of this parampara. That is where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. So I just got remembered of Sanjaya being blessed by his guru, who was able to
Yes,
see
yes.
Kurukshetra war. So that's
They
how
are
the
all,
importance of guru is. And
they
what
are all
if,
Dhritarashtra.
yeah, and what if a person is not having a guru? What about, but he is having, but he or she is having bhakti to Krishna and Radharani, and like all our Gaudiya Vaishnavas, she or he is serving, but still she's not able to be connected to the guru, she or he. So, like, what is the position of that person?
See, position, first of all, to enter the spiritual world, we have to give up that independent nature.
Mm-hmm.
Independent nature means maybe what the way I like to serve Krishna is not the proper way. So first I have to get trained. That is where I need a guru. First I have to surrender my free will, my independence. That is where Krishna will come. Otherwise, who knows what way you are serving may be the wrong way of serving Krishna, which may rather hurt Krishna. And we see this in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't hear anything and everything. There was Sarup Damodar Goswami to filter that. Externally seeming that devotee may have love for Krishna, but most of the time, not always, I'm not making it a general statement, but most of the times it is more of a sentiment. There is no proper philosophical understanding, and that may rather over a period of time hurt that own sadhak. That is why we need mentors, coaches to help us understand that what is the right move to serve Krishna. And if he's not ready to take a mentor, means he has a thought process that I am right, but actually it may be wrong.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. There are few comments and questions in the chat, Prabhuji. Mataji is asking, Rajajyoti Mataji is asking how we can find that hidden mango. Is there any way, or does the prayer work? We should intensify our prayer.
No, hidden mango is something that we already know. It is our our mango. So mango is indicative of the things that we are attached to, or the understanding that we have developed in regards to situation, people. That is our own domain that we have to find out. So it is already there, and we when we try and understand that, and at times if we can't understand, we can take help of senior devotees who can help us understand what the mango is.
Yes.
It's painful, but it does help.
And
Yes, the book is Bhaktamal, correct. Yes, Mataji, Radha Jyoti Mataji saying Bhaktamal, right. That's the book written by Nabha Goswami, and that's the book which all the saints of current also and previously also everybody refers in understanding the mood of that particular saint.
There is a comment from Lalita Mataji and Dinabandhu Prabhuji. So they are telling thank you again for your excellent association. Never did I understand the fifth member was our hidden conditioning needed to be addressed. Also, how bewildered so many of us are from our years associating with non-devotees and can so quickly, almost imperceptibly, be caught by sense gratification moment to moment. Hiranyakashipu has everything, but without Krishna, nothing gives him. Thank you for presenting such clarity.
Thanks to both of them. See what I spoke for an hour, they summarized in 2 lines. That is what difference a senior devotee can make in our lives. And you don't have to speak so much. In 2 lines, everything is clear. Thank you to both of them. I always adore seeing them, having their darshan, both of them. So pretty. So nice to see both of them. Hare Krishna. Dandat Mataji.
So, Bhakti Sangha Mataji, you would like to ask question? Preeti
Okay.
Vilasani.
Hare Krishna, so sorry for interrupting.
Okay, Mataji, if it is done. Thank you, Mataji, Prabhuji, Dinbandhu Prabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, if there are no questions or comments, we can end here. We'll pay obeisances to Prabhuji and all Vaishnavas.
Mataji, you don't have question? Preeti Mataji? Preeti Vilasani Mataji. Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very, very wonderful class and very nice examples and stories. Very beautiful. Thank you so much.
हे
Please.
सगळं श्रेय तुम्हाला जातं माताजी.
No, Prabhuji. It's all your mercy. Thank you so much. It's godless mercy of you. You have such a big busy schedule, but still you come and give class. Thank you so much.
मी दीनबंधू प्रभू आणि ललिता माताजींना बघायला येतो.
Yes.
थँक्यू. Shil
I
Prabhupada
think
ki
Preeti
jai.
Vilasani Mataji, she has a last question, I think. Mataji, if you would like to unmute and ask.
These are all the people from whom I keep hearing. Preeti Vilasini Mataji is one of them. Her CC classes are always one of the best she does. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your wonderful contribution.
Prabhuji, we are grateful to you. Wonderful classes here. I was listening as you were talking about the lion story. It was so beautiful. Thank you so much for such a nice story and making it so relatable. So thank you for your wonderful classes. We are so grateful to you for coming on the call.
All of you.
Prabhuji, we did have a question. We are trying to find an answer. When we were reading Chaitanya Bhagavat, in the commentary of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he mentioned something very interesting, and we are trying to ask people to give us an answer to this. So I just thought, since you mentioned about Bhaktamal, I can ask you also. Prabhuji, in that one of the commentaries, I will go back and I will probably text you that commentary later. It says that, why does it say this? One should not read Bhaktamal because it has a Mayavadi element to it or something like that, the commentary said. And we were not sure which Bhaktamal is being mentioned. Do you have any clarity on that, Prabhu?
Yes. But even I heard from His Holiness Haldar Swami Maharaj, he was quoting that even Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur has said that we can refer to Bhaktamal because it is a bona fide commentary. Over a period of time, Mataji, what has happened, especially in India, in current times, we see that there is a lot of Mayavadi people coming into the mainstream, and there are certain writers who have given commentary to Bhaktamal also, where they have given it an impersonal perspective is given to some stories. They are giving a conclusion that the form of the Lord is impersonal. So yes, you have to find out the author. But if you take Gita Press Bhaktamal series, which usually His Holiness there is the senior guru from our ISKCON community, Maharaj does that He takes kathas on Bhaktamal also every year. Hare Krishna television also displays that. So he usually refers Gita Press. Bhaktamal.
Okay, Prabhu. So it's basically the source, the publication that we have to be aware.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for the clarification, and thank you again for the beautiful class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for the will pay obeisances.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Shil Prabhupada.
Thank you. Jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
जय श्रीमद्
वैष्णववृंद की जय।
जय।
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandat pranam. Very, very inspiring.
राधे राधे।
Hare Krishna.
गौरंगा।
Gauranga.